Earlier this week, Rudy Giuliani was contacted by a reporter from the New York Daily News. They wanted a quote from Giuliani because former New York Governor George Pataki has written a new book, and he says in the book that Giuliani contacted me shortly after 9/11 and asked me to suspend the mayoral race for that year so that Giuliani could keep serving as mayor and deal with the whole 9/11 thing. So, reporters from the New York Daily News called up Giuliani and said, hey, here's the claim. What's your response to this? Giuliani said, this never happened. Blah, 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 it's a lie. This is not what I had wanted, and maybe it was one of my aides who said this, but I never pursued it. Nothing happened, blah, blah, blah. I've got to go. I'm on a plane to LA. I've got to go, is essentially how he ended that phone call. Except Giuliani forgot one very important thing. He didn't hang up the phone. So Giuliani thinks he's off the phone call, puts it in his little pocket, and then he turns to the person next to him that he's traveling with, or allegedly traveling with, a person by the name only of Tony. All we know is that this person's name is Tony, because again, Giuliani forgot to hang up his phone and starts talking to Tony about the phone call. He says, about Pataki, he says he's trying to sell a book. Even if we would have had that conversation, it would have been privileged between a mayor and a governor. He's an honorable guy. I can't believe he would do that. I just keep getting disappointed. I got about 5 friends left. So Giuliani, not knowing he's still on the phone with a reporter, talking to his friend Tony, whoever the heck that is, I got about 5 friends left. That's really sad. That's really sad for poor little Rudy. He's only got like 5 friends left. But here's the thing, Rudy. That's not their fault. It's not because you're just some sad, misunderstood guy. You're a horrible person. And you have made sure that the whole world knows that you're a horrible person. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to feel sorry for you for only having about 5 friends left. Right? You're out there traveling the world trying to pitch conspiracy theories about Ukraine. You are working for one of the most corrupt administrations we have seen, at least in my lifetime. And now you're sad that you don't have any friends. You're also, by the way, under criminal investigation in the state of New York. So yeah, not surprising that you only got about 5 friends left. And I wish that were the end of the story. But it's not. Because according to the New York Daily News, Giuliani called him back about 15 minutes later. And he said the same thing that he said the first time about the conversation with Pataki. And the reporter was left wondering and actually assumed at that point that Giuliani didn't actually know that they had already spoken about it. That's what was so confusing for the reporter. Not just the overhearing, I got no friends, but getting a call 15 minutes later of Giuliani acting like they hadn't already talked and said the same thing. Giuliani is a sad individual, but he's a sad individual by his own making. Now, if there is some kind of dementia happening with Rudy Giuliani, then yeah, that is sad. And that is something that does need to be taken care of for him. And based on what this reporter is saying with this exchange, it may actually be something like that. So Rudy, I know you only got 5 friends, but for the next few seconds, I'm going to act like one of your friends. And I'm going to tell you, you need to go get checked out. Okay? Because your behavior is not normal. You are exhibiting symptoms, and it would be within your own benefit to go see a doctor and make sure everything up here is still working properly. Now, that's my advice. Not going to pretend to be your friend anymore. You deserve what's happening to you with regards of all of the conspiracy theories, criminal work, and criminal investigation that you're currently experiencing. I know what a lot of you out there are thinking. You're thinking, wouldn't it be amazing if you could wear the Ring of Fire logo across your chest? Well, now you can. Just head on over to our Teespring page to find some awesome merch we're offering for our viewers. We have more designs that are going to be added in the near future, so just follow the link in the description or take a peek at the shelf of merchandise under this video. Thanks for watching.